What's up, guys? Bizarre 1000 here with no wrestling review. I'm a Smallville mark or fan. I wasn't gonna do this video because, like, okay, there's probably not a lot of people out there who watch Smallville, but he does have a lot of Facebook comments, and I put some comments on Facebook. Um, the finale. I'll get right into that. Which, if you're Smallville fans, you'll know what I'm talking about. You've been watching it from very first season, like I have, till last night. Which the episode it started out okay. I'm gonna do more of a review. I'm not gonna go into like the whole saga of Superman. Christopher Reed was the great Superman, and he was probably the best. Um, I was really kind of disappointed, and the show started out slow. I mean, the first hour was kind of all about Lois and Clark getting ready to get married. Nothing really going on in the first hour. I mean, it was actually kind of boring. I mean, it wasn't like it wasn't dull, but it was no action in the movie, really at all. There's no action. And when he finally sees his dad saying what he needs his help, and he thought he had to let everyone go, but he just has to let them guide him. And then we see, you hear the second hour Lex is coming back, and I was really disappointed what they did with Lex, too. I mean, Lex didn't really do anything. Him and Clark had this little quick scene together where he talked, he said, I'm gonna be your greatest enemy. Then they kill him at the end of the episode anyway. I mean, it made no sense to me. And someone else, which I'm a fan of F and True Wrestling. I haven't checked out F and True Entertainment yet, but I plan on it. Either today or sometime soon. JC and Brian, check them out. But I kind of disagree with JC on his review, or rant, or whatever you want to call it. You never actually seen him in the suit. He never wore the suit. All that little thing with the airplane and stuff, all that was that was a CGI thing. You might have seen him look like he was wearing a cape in the back, but I don't think he was. You never actually seen him put the freaking suit on. And that's what all the fans wanted to see, is him wear the suit. And I do want more. I mean, I was really disappointed. I mean, I wish they would have started the season off like this, instead of ending the season like this. Because it just makes you want to see more. Like, true fans of this series wants to see more. We want more. I mean, I want more. I'm not going to go... I was marking out a little bit. I kept thinking, oh, he's going to put on the suit. He's going to put on... I'm sitting there watching. I'm like, oh, he's going to put on the suit. He's going to put on the suit. He never put the suit on when he was flying right there, which was kind of cool. I thought he already had the suit on and he was just going to rip it off and go... Shh. And the way he beat Darkseid, Lionel's side, whatever you want to call him, Lionel was Darkseid. After Lionel gave his heart to save Lex for 5 minutes, then Lex was killed. All he had to do to beat Darkseid is fly right through him. That's it. He was a freaking smoke. I mean, if you watch the cartoon or the comic books, especially the cartoon, read comic books, watch cartoon. I remember watching one cartoon. It was Superman versus Darkseid. Superman got beat up by Darkseid for a minute, and then he came back and just destroyed him. And that was one of the best fight scenes in a cartoon ever, when he just destroys Darkseid. And then we get that crap. We get a little... And then the way they show him saving Lois on the airplane, which was kind of gay. Sorry. I mean, if I know, to me it was stupid. Because you see some CGI character, looks in the mirror at Lois, and then you show him which I thought it was kind of cool. They kind of paid a little homage to Christopher Reeve. Because if you remember in Superman 1, I believe, hey, we lost our engine. And one of the favorite scenes ever in this movie, and in Superman 1, was Christopher Reeve was playing Superman. He was holding the plane up when they lost their engine. Did we get our engine back? No. What's going on? You won't do as we told you. That was like one of my favorite scenes ever. He's just flying along the airplane. These two guys look out. The pilots look out. They're like, and he's just like, Hi. That was awesome. But that was my little. That was one of my favorite movies, Superman. And I was really disappointed they didn't bring no Absolute Justice guys in. No, the League, the Justice League. We didn't get no Justice League characters from that whole, except the Green Arrow. And the Green Arrow defeated Granny Goodness, and her two minions with just 3 arrows, and boom, they're gone. We didn't get to see no action in the movie. He didn't really. All he did is take the freaking planet and push it back to outer space. That was it. I mean, it wasn't a good season finale. And then when at the end we see Jimmy Olsen, basically the same Jimmy Olsen we seen, the same kid, bro. It's supposed to be his, which I don't know why they called him Jimmy Olsen to begin with. Because the other character, before they killed him, when Doomsday killed him, Davis Bloom, um, his name was Jimmy Olsen. Well, the character later on is Jimmy Olsen. So why did they even use that name, Jimmy Olsen? That made no sense. Whatever, I'm not gonna get into that. But, and we've seen him. She says, Lois says, you have a lot of shoes to fill. Then we hear Perry White yell the most famous line in the Superman movies, Lane! Yeah, which is kind of cool. Which we never actually seen him though. I mean, it was. I wish they would have started the season off like this, and then build into a big, huge season finale. This would have been a good season opener, not a season ender. I'm really just. I don't know how many people are going to be into this video because I usually do wrestling reviews. But this is a show I like a lot, and I watch all the time. I watch it like every week. Now I'm really bored while having it on. Hopefully, I think they're replaying it again, so I might just watch it again. I mean, I heard Tom Welling's going to go back and do some directing, producing, or whatever it's called. If you didn't know, he directs. I think he's a producer or a director on or he's a co-producer or a writer. I can't remember. I think he's a producer. And that Wild CW show Wildcats, he was a producer or something on there. Executive producer on there too. So I think he wants to be a director. It could be a director. I'm not sure, but I think that's what he ultimately wants to do is become a director and direct shows. But this is one problem I have. I tell my friend this. We talk about TV shows a lot. I was talking about doing a YouTube video. But anyways, we talk a lot. Like I hate it when people do these long mini-series, little series on TV, and then they decide they want to leave their show because they're sick of playing this character. They want to go do something else. Well, in reality, they actually never end up doing anything else. Look at all these great stars out there who never go on to do anything but their show. That 70s show, Topher Grace. He did Spider-Man 3 or 4, whatever it was. It's 3. I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, there's so many stars out. Buffy, Sarah Michelle Gellar. She didn't really go on to do too much. She has a show coming up this fall, but maybe get picked up. But none of these people do anything. So I'm worried about Tom Welling. I mean, I don't think he won't be on TV. I actually caught an interview with him with Jimmy Fallon a week or so ago. He's actually really funny. He's a really funny guy. He don't do a lot of talk. He never did a lot of talk shows during the Smallville series, which I thought was kind of disappointing because he's really a funny guy. But overall, excuse me, it was a good show. It was a good 2-hour show, but it wasn't. I mean, up past Smallville's have been better for season finales. I mean, so far my favorite season finale of Smallville was season 7. Or wait, yeah, season 7, when Lex flew to the fortress and found out who Superman was. When he found out who he was, that was my favorite. So yeah, I love that one. That was my favorite season. That was actually my favorite season. Season 7, Lex and Lana get married. That was like my favorite season. Lana finds out his powers. I mean, that was to me the best season. And then they hunt to find out about who the Traveler is, which that was the best. But my 10 minutes are about up, so guys, have a good one. Bizarre 1000. Smallville, Superman lives.